So Scott, from everything I gather from your YouTube channel and just your basically just about me video and your credentials and whatnot, it looks like you're pretty generous with your time in terms of just talking with anybody who wants to talk about toys. So I imagine you've gotten a ton of questions over the years. What's the one question that you've never gotten asked that you really wish someone would ask that you would love to kind of talk about in terms of toys?
That's like a meta question. How about that question?
Yeah.
Like something I've always wanted to talk about that I haven't really been able. It's funny because after doing so many of these darn videos, I picked so many. I tend to use the videos to address that kind of stuff.
Or even if I can help you out a little bit,
please.
If there's something that even that you've worked on that maybe might fly under the radar that you're super proud of, but it doesn't really hit anybody's radar in terms of what they want to talk about when they have you on their show.
Oh, okay. I would definitely throw something like the Modifighters line in there. That's a line of transforming robots, not called Transformers. It was from Hot Wheels. But it was an unbelievable toy. The people working on that were such toy fans, and we put so much into that line, and everything we loved about growing up in the 80s, with Transformers and G.I. Joe and Star Wars and all that. And it just didn't hit. I mean, it totally bombed with kids, but we fleshed out all these characters, and we had webisodes and all this stuff and backstories. And it just bombed.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm so sorry. I've never seen this before.
It was a Hot Wheels action figure line. The idea was, instead of being sentient robots from another planet, they were. It was playing on the custom car culture. So all these robots they started off as cars, and they were so highly modified that they became robots, if you will. People kept modifying the cars until they're basically now they're robots. And then there was a whole thing around that, but that was the entry angle. And I thought that was just such an awesome entry angle to a toy line about car robots that could work.
That makes more sense than Transformers to me. Guy from space comes down. Oh, look, he's a transport truck. Or, oh, look, he's a radio. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you kind of bring him to life, and
you're in the garage. You've added this part, then a few months later you add this, and suddenly you realize, oh shit, I have a car.
Right.
Now I have a robot.
I got a question regarding, you do a number of videos regarding exclusives, why companies do exclusives. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of them are incentive to carry a product. A company will say, we'll give you this exclusive if you will carry this line or something like that. Is that somewhat correct? Loosely correct?
Oh, yeah. So the industry refers to those as customized programs.
Yes.
We call them exclusives. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's, it's not always tit for tat, take this exclusive so that you'll take the full line, but it's much more especially if it's a large movie line, a superhero movie or something like that. There's just retailers are like, okay, well, what are you going to give me that's going to get the customer to come to my store to buy the main line over my competitor? So it's it's not like them saying, oh, I'm not going to carry this unless you. It's sort of so baked into toy production now that it just sort of almost comes as part of the natural order of things.